So the Green Roads program originally came out of University of Washington and CH2M Hill. And what that does is it basically identifies sustainable or good or best practices, green practices in the road construction and road construction industry, and awards these practices certain levels of points. There's a greenroads.com, I guess, website. You can go there. It's kind of a self-assessment tool. However, there are states that are actually embraced that program and trying to utilize that program to basically scorecard various transportation projects. At some point, it may be required by a state. Right now, states are kind of looking at that as another selection criteria, for lack of a better term. It will also benefit the contractor in that they'll probably be able to produce mixes more efficiently, get the product out more efficiently, and certainly in a sustainable manner and in a less environmentally damaging manner. As far, for example, the Green Roads rating system, I believe, I know some of the other ones do, they have requirements for Tier 3 and Tier 4 equipment. So these large kind of earth-moving equipment, as you ramp up in the control technologies on the equipment, you're going to get more credits in the system, and therefore there's going to be less environmental emissions associated with it. In a simple case, as you recycle more and more material, or wrap, for example, you will get higher and higher level of credits. I'm not 100% sure about where the cutoffs are, but generally, let's just say 10% wrap may get you a credit. 20% wrap in a pavement may get you another credit. 30% wrap in another pavement may get you another credit. And so all those credits add up, and due to the overall score of the project is where you may fall as far as your sustainability in this Green Roads rating system. Other practices like warm mix get credit. Other practices like probably incorporating tire rubber get credit. So all these sustainable technologies and materials, recycled materials, are going to get additional credits for these types of rating systems.
Are there any credits that are not particularly favorable to asphalt?
Well, I think that when you talk about green metrics, some of these are yes and no. And so what I mean by that is that they've been incorporated into these programs. The science behind putting these criteria down may be uncertain, all right? But they're still in there. I'll give you an example. There's a credit right now on Green Roads where it requires the use of reflective pavements to supposedly mitigate this phenomenon called urban heat island. That's where the urban areas are kind of hotter. It relies on science that was developed years and years ago with regards to a different type of material. And so what happens is now you have asphalt pavements that are dark, that may have, for example, a higher surface temperature. But if you went to a reflective pavement, that may be worse in some regards. The credit is in there. Asphalt as a black pavement is disadvantaged. We have the technology to lighten up the color of asphalt. Don't think that's really the way to go, because it's going to, for example, increase cooling loads in adjacent buildings. All that reflected solar energy is going to get bounced off and go into other buildings. And so that particular credit is not necessarily favorable to dark pavements. We think, again, there's some scientific uncertainty involved with that. And so there are probably other credits that disadvantage various pavement materials, but are in there for reasons that are just kind of historic.